Trendlines. They can be super powerful if you use them right. There are traders doing this with only trend lines. I know that. And some do it in a very good manner, for sure. What we're going to do, we're going to take away the half trend. We don't need that for now. We only use them when we need them. And if you look at the larger YouTube non-webinar video of over 2 hours, they have a chapter where you can learn how to create templates for different charts. All right. So remember we talked about this. This was not a two-wave. We checked the 1, 2, 3 and everything and how it broke and didn't really pay out as it should, because there's a good reason for it. That's why we take all this package tonight to make sure that you are as well prepared, well educated as possible for any scenario in the market. Because mainly when we lose, it's because we don't have the knowledge and understanding of what was going on, right? And we can't know what we don't know, right? Trend line. A line that start at A, go to B, 1 to 2, 0 to 100, name it, whatever you want. They do like this. We start at the bottom, or a peak top, peak bottom. This. Wait. Market does a new high. Now you combine your waves and your trend lines, right? Or you are using the waves all the way, right? They are the golden box of this method. Market pulled back down here. There. Market goes up again. Now we have a connection point 1, 2. Trend line is connected. Right. What we do now, we can mark this one up as high as we want. What trendline traders, or as well we, are expecting is the market to go up, come down. That's the connection. Number 3, it hit the trend line with an engulf, and you can trade it, of course, if you're a trendline trader or whatever you go for. Our rules is really different. It's very simple. Same rules all the time. When we use a trend line, we don't care if it bounces on the trend line or breaks the trend line. What we care about is that when we see a trend line, we should be aware of that we should have 3 higher highs, or 3 waves up, 3 waves down, where the trend line is holding. We want to see wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, holding the original trend line. These 2 connection points actually created the trend line that hold for all higher highs in this case. Right? That's great. Now what happens, since we have 3 waves up, we are breaking the trend line. We come to the next method of trading, which we'll go through now in several videos, and I will try to make them as clear as possible in the shortest time possible. But to really understand trend lines, which is important that you do, when market pull back like this, right? This is the highest. We can do anything yet. What you should be doing is draw a line at the highest level you have, where the trend lines was last connected, right? Do it like this. Much like this. Okay, so this is the trend line. We don't mow it. We don't do anything just because the market goes down. But when this is taken out here, this is the first time you can mow your trend line. And then you move it to the lowest low from this trend line. You connect this one. This is a new up trend line. We can actually do it like this. And you see how the market also went higher here, and then also went below it, right? This. You see what we do here from the connection point of the trend line, 1, 2, 3. Always your 3, remember them. Now, market went higher, went lower, but it didn't went lower than this one, therefore we can't do much about the trend line for now. Market breaks, do a lower level here, and that's fine to break the trend line because the latest high was connected with this trend line point. We don't change this one until we break this one. When this is broken, now you can adjust your trend line to the lowest line here, or lowest wick, or body. Trend line is not a perfect science. This. You also see how this incorrect 1, 2, 3, 4 was actually tested the backside of the trend line in the continuation of your half trend engulf. Just want to give that little input. So they can be used for many things. So when you see this, now you have drawn several trend lines waiting for a new high and a pullback lower and lower into the structure. So that's the only time you should mow your trend lines, is when you have a new higher high. Otherwise, it stays. So you don't, every time you see market go lower, say, oh, I must mow my trend line. That's an incorrect way to do that. And if you do that, you will have more failing trades, because that's not how people who are educated in trend lines do it. So now we know about trend lines. Let us continue in how to trade all this.